You are playing a sequel, also a number 2.
That's
Uh,
true.
you are playing
The big sequel of the month, Alan Wake 2.
Alan Wake Dose
Peggy 18.
Part 2.
So, Alan Wake 2 came out, what, a week ago?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. They withheld it a week because everything else was coming out that other week.
Yeah, and plus, you know what? It's a spooky season game,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It does just fine. I've probably put in 5, maybe 6 hours. It's a, my opinion, slow burn.
Sure.
But so was Alan Wake 1. You know, I came off, I played Control after it had come out with the Ultimate Edition. So, Control being Remedy's last really big game.
Yeah.
And Alan Wake 2 clearly builds on a lot of the things that Remedy learned from Control in the good ways, and keeps some of the atmosphere and the ethos of the Alan Wake 1, but a lot of the things that they learned from Control and the successes of Control. It's a faster game than what Alan Wake 1 was, which is good because Alan Wake 1 was kind of like, you know, I dare you to go replay Alan Wake 1. It's kind of a slog, even on the remaster.
Yeah.
And
still great though.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, one of the best narrative games that's, I mean, still, it came out over 10 years ago. I mean, it's almost 15 years ago that Alan Wake 1 came out.
Peggy 18.
And still one of the best narrative-driven games that have come out in the last 20 years, in my opinion. I mean, ask anybody that was probably a JPEG fan, and they'll probably agree. But yeah, I mean, Alan Wake 2 is an excellent game. As you know, so long as you have the device that can run it.
That's what I was going to ask. So you said it was slogging on the Steam Deck a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm not playing it
how
on
you're
Steam.
trying to play it.
I'm not playing it on Steam Deck.
Okay, all right.
I regularly check the Steam Deck subreddit, you know, for better or for worse. And I'm playing it on my desktop PC, which has a 3070 Ti in it. So, you know, not a terribly old graphics, you know, relatively new. The subreddit for Steam Deck, you know, has people running it. It works. It is functional. It's not great. It looks like shit, and runs at 20 to 25 FPS. But when you're playing a game of this caliber, you know, the medium preset.
Where is she?
There was a hodgepodge that came out when Remedy put out their recommended specs for medium. And in fact, to the point where Digital Foundry, who is a big company that are... actually, I wonder how Digital Foundry's doing. We didn't talk about Escapist and their video team and the gamer stuff. But I'm not going to get into it at this point.
Sure.
Digital Foundry put out a whole video about, like, you know, here's the Alan Wake 2 recommended specs. What does it mean? Does it matter? And it was very prescient, and I recommend that anybody that's interested in Alan Wake 2, or, you know, is planning on playing it on PC, or wants to see what PC is compared to PS5 or Xbox One, go check out their video on it. But the reality is that medium settings on Alan Wake 2 are, to some games, high or ultra, because they just pushed a lot of stuff forward. Like, I mean, like, look at this video. This is inherent lighting that effectively is there on medium preset.
The overlap is at the pond.
And that's just what Remedy did on this title. They were like, with this medium settings means this for our game this time around. And it shows on how you play it, on just even the most basic of actions. Everything has a certain level of lighting and atmosphere to it that many other games do not. And that's because they pushed a lot of stuff forward. So
God, looks gorgeous. Like it looks
it,
so
it looks
ethereal
really,
in
really
weird
good.
ways. Yeah.
It is one of those kind of games where you get sucked into it. You know, you're kind of really viscerally a part of it when you're playing it. And it's hard to talk about a lot of it because it's one of those things, again, much like the first one was, which is I can't spoil it for you because you have to play it to see through it. It does a lot of cool things though, and there are clips that are shown in the trailer that you're showing, which is parts of the game which are outside of the exploratory portion of it, which is the Mind Palace and the Writer's Room, which are the only things that I will kind of pre-spoil. So, you know, outside of the action portions, when you're playing the FBI detective, you can go to the Mind Palace. You can go to, you know, connect the dots as if you're, you know, trying to solve a case. With, you know, that's her in the Mind Palace right there. Or when you're Alan Wake, you can go into the Writer's Room and you can build a storyboard element.
Oh, wow.
And so when you're playing as Alan, you can change the storyboard. But if you change the storyboard, you literally change the environment that you're in right now. So you're like, all right, I'm going to look at this storyboard where, you know, the environment that I'm in, except now I'm going to focus on if the FBI agent found me, or if the FBI agent was investigating, or what if in this environment it was a ritualistic cult that had taken over the environment, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So Alan Wake is there to kind of augment the world that you're in. The FBI agent is there to piece together context clues and drive the story forward. And, you know, it's just all done in a way that doesn't feel forced, which, you know, to me, at the end of the day, is the hallmark of a game that is fun to play. So I think it all does that very, very well. And it's
awesome.
It's a pretty incredible sequel. So I'm,
can't
you
wait.
know, I gave up my Alan Wake 2 time to be on the show. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be definitely playing this game at some point this year. I'd like to get it before heading over to the Game Awards stuff, but
highly recommend you at least get it started. See what it's all about. I mean, like, because
there's gonna be spoilers abounding everywhere.
Did it make the cut? Did it make the cut to make
it? It did. I think
Awards?
the end of I think like middle of November is like where the cut is.
And assuming that it made the cut, Alan Wake 2.
Oh no, they announced the nominees on Monday, so I think that it made the cut. I think end of October.
It'll be there. I would guess that Alan Wake 2 is going to win at least one award. You know, whatever leaves, whatever Tears of the Kingdom leaves behind.
Sure.
Between that and Baldur's Gate 3. So